Hi everyone, I hope your week is going well. I was just thinking about this past Sunday, our character study on Judas, and there's an interesting perspective on his life that I didn't share on Sunday, but I want to share with you today. A common question, a question a lot of people have when it comes to Judas is, why did he do it? Why did he betray Jesus? And on Sunday, we talked about how Judas misunderstood him. He called him rabbi instead of Lord, and he really valued earthly possessions. Ultimately, he was so caught up with money, his love for money, that he was blinded to the worth of Christ. And if you do some research on Judas, you'll see that there are many different theories as to why he betrayed Jesus. And there are theologians who believe that Judas had a different expectation of what Jesus should have been doing. So at the time, many of the Jews, they were expecting the Messiah to come in the form of, a mighty warrior, someone who would overthrow Rome and restore power back to Israel in almost a political move. But that's not who Jesus is. That's not what Jesus did. So Judas, he would have been frustrated when months were going by, eventually years, and that wasn't happening. Instead of, fighting and overthrowing Rome, Jesus was out healing people and loving people and teaching. And so maybe Jesus, he didn't show up the way that Judas thought he was going to show up. And I think that's pretty relatable because we often put expectations on Jesus, on how he should be acting or moving in our lives. As someone who is a big planner, there have been many times where I've felt frustrated that his plans didn't look like my plans, and he wasn't, working the way that I wanted him to. But we know that he ultimately does have the best plans in store for us. Instead of overthrowing Rome, Jesus, he took the sins of the entire world and gave us the very best gift of salvation. And Judas, he was never fully able to surrender to the Lord, and I think that can be the challenge for us too. It can be hard to let go of those expectations and to give everything to God. And so this week, a practical application for all of us is to think of what expectations we are putting on Jesus. Maybe we are holding tightly on to something that we need to let go of and give to God and let Him work it out the way that He wants to. And I pray that this week, no matter what you're going through, maybe things are difficult right now and maybe you're not able to understand how God is moving, I pray that you will still be able to feel how much He loves you and that you're able to trust that He truly does have the best in store for you.